This is Justin Amazon for Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. I got a bit of a gap up this morning that pulled back into a really large hammer and started to move up and made a new high from yesterday and pulled back, which makes sense that after it makes a new high, it's going to pull back a little bit. Pulled right back in here, pretty close to kind of the lows we had for the afternoon. Pretty much the whole afternoon. I mean, this whole range was the lows. Came into that price pretty close and started to really bounce. And got going, got way up here, and it's like, okay, next thing to do is make another higher high, just continue on going. And then this high wave candle comes in. And for that high wave candle right here, after it, we just consolidated, stair step, like this whole thing is a stair step. And the next thing you know, we break down through the 21 and break down from that candle. Then we retest over the next 20 minutes back into that range. And this is another high wave candle, just smaller. And then we start to collapse. Not only do we roll over, taking on a new or making a new low, we put another stair step here and then continued here. Tried to recover and rolled over. Then it tried to recover and it did. And came back in the 21. And this is just, all this is just choppy. Like, it started to really run here. I think this is real. Came right back into this range. So another opportunity, if you had shorted it here, to short it again here. And that one went down even further, making a new low. And then you got another hammer, similar to the opening hammer here. And this one actually started to move bullish a little bit. So a number of places to kind of wait for this to play out. A nice small candle here. People thinking it's going to roll over right here. It didn't. It actually trapped anyone, stopped them out, and then continued on higher just to go sideways and roll over again. So it turned out being a bearish candle in the day. Oh, let's zoom in on this. Turned out to be a bearish candle in the day, and this is a really nice 4-candle stair step here. So we'll see what we end up doing. If we can get a gap up above this, we should keep moving. We could pull back again. We could pull back down in here, in the 15, low 1500, something like that, mid 1500. I mean, that's possible too. Back over here, let's see. So the reason I was zoomed out looking at it, including yesterday's lows, is the price that it made in here on the call. We were talking about a price that came into like 6 by 5 or something like that. Came into like 550. Well, today it opened up and ran down, making a new low at like 465, which then would have been a pretty good place to buy, 465 right here, but still wouldn't have gotten 2R. So the only other time that really was moving bullish was at the towards the end of the day, and maybe the 1650 call wasn't where I wanted to do anymore because it really didn't move very much. So if we looked at maybe the 1625 call, 1625 call, what did that one end up doing? I guess that moved a little bit more, so moved up maybe 2R. It's possible. And then on the puts, so we were rallying on the stock, putting a new low on the put just to continue up. Here, go sideways, and then move up here. And I'm guessing there's something going on in here that it didn't just all of a sudden jump, but maybe it did. Maybe this is a lower volume option. And, stair step through here. This would have been a great place to set up something like 1150 by 1050. And from there, it just rallied. So let's say you got in 1150, and it ran up to, let's even just say 18. That's a nice gain in just a few minutes. Came back down, pretty close to retesting the same level. But it actually retested back over here to the open range a little bit, or the next couple of candles. Bounced there again. So again, an opportunity to get in here to get, what did I say, 11, I think it was 1150 by 1050. Yeah, 1150 up to 18. 6.5 hour, and then possibly let's say you had this set up to get in at 12, or let's say you had it at 11:50 by 10:50. Well, it wouldn't have worked. Maybe you saw it start to bounce there and thought, okay, I'll just get in and get filled at 13 and stop down at 12. 13 up to 20 or up to 19. It's like another 6 hour or something. So, it could have been a really nice day going bearish with the puts, but there were a couple warnings that kind of thing was going to happen. So most notably is the high wave candle here gets broken down, retest into that range. The whole triangle consolidation here, breaking down, a nice gap in here. So many things saying, this looks a little more bearish. But sometimes they just have to play out and you get stopped out or you make a nice gain. And either way, we'll take a look and see how things are moving. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is Just AMZN.